Hello there, welcome back to the Addicted Bookworm. Alright, so it is still Wednesday. I'm hoping and praying that I get paid tonight. I really do. Because that would make me a very happy person if I got paid tonight. Anyways, happy Wednesday, everybody. Tonight I go in, I work 5:30 to 10. This is to take over a teenager shift. I can pretty much guess it was a teenager because this is teenager hours, not adult hours, but you know. So I'll be getting home probably about 10:15, maybe 10:20. So I might see my brother. No, to the back. No, he's off today. He's off tonight. So, no. All right. So I finally started on the two books, Mort and The Great Hunt. And one of the things I really advise people not to do, please do not start Robert Jordan's book, the first book, and then decide to get the second book because you kind of like the first book, but you're not sure if you're going to like the second book, but you go ahead and buy the second book, but you don't start reading it, and then months and months and months passes, and you totally forgot what the heck you read in the first book. It happened. It happened to me. Okay, so I decided to do two things. One, delete The Great Hunt from my Kindle. It's a Kindle Unlimited book, so I didn't pay for it, but put it on my Nook. I will tell you, I will tell you, yeah. But I didn't pay full price for it. I actually had $3.01 left on so like if you go and spend $100 on Barnes and Noble stuff, you get like a $5 thing you can spend online, or you can use it at the store, which is really cool. So I decided to use the last of it to get The Great Hunt, and then I think I spent like 9 something for it, which wasn't bad. So yeah, so I am actually going to do another video talking about Barnes & Noble prices for ebooks and my theory behind why they raised the prices of the ebooks when all they are electronic files. I guess they're all doing it, but anyways. So yeah, okay. So the first one is Terry Pratchett's Mort, and my favorite one is the little kitties on it. If you guys have not seen it, so I waited until the new cover came out last year, and then I totally forgot to get it, and I was like, okay. So this is the second. Yeah, just remember, this is the second book that I got from Barnes & Noble and was delivered via DoorDash. And I will tell you, once again, it's a lot faster than Amazon. A lot faster than Amazon by, yeah, makes me want to do that again. I'm actually going to order, I'm going to see if I can get the first two books. It's Strange and Strange Houses. So I will be doing that. Like, if I get paid today or tonight, I can't do it because Barnes & Noble will be on the verge of closing. So that would not be a good idea because, anyways, so yeah, I'm considering just going ahead and getting those two books. Anyways, yeah, okay. So getting back to it. So what I'm doing with this book is The days I have to work, I'm going to read 10 pages. The days I don't have to work, I'm going to read 20 pages. So what is Mort about? Well, for people that have never read any of Terry Pratchett's Discworld books, this is actually, I believe, book number 5. I'm probably right, or I might be wrong. 4 or 5. And in this one, there is a character called Mort. He is a young man who is at that age where young people go out there and they try to get a trade. And in the 10 pages I have read of this book, which, by the way, I am enjoying this book, I really like Mort's parents. Mort's parents have high hopes for their son. So he has to stay out there in a square waiting for someone to come along to offer him an apprenticeship. And we leave the 10 pages that I have already read, the sound of a horse's hooves, which we are going to pretty much going to guess that it is not a horse, it is actually a pony, and that pony belongs to Death. So I'm guessing that Mort is on the verge of death and does not realize it, because, nobody knows when they're on the verge of death. Some people do, but plenty of people don't. So we ended it there, and I am really happy to be back in the world of Terry Pratchett's Discworld, and I'm like, yeah. I am very, very happy. Anyways, so we're going to see what happens next for poor Mort, because tomorrow I am off. The only thing I'm doing tomorrow is going to Bible study, but I'm going to read like 20 pages. So I am at 11% of this book read. So this is basically how much I've read, and this is how much I have to go. One of the things I must let people know if they're going to dive into Terry Pratchett's 40-some pages of Discworld book, 40-some books of Discworld books, is that he does not have chapter titles. So if you want to read like 10 pages, or you want to read for an hour, that's totally fine. You're not going to go into the next chapter. You just continue on and on until you get to the end of the book. Alright, so that is for that one. This one definitely does have page titles. And this is how much I have read, and this is how much I have to go. Alright, so as I said, don't ever, ever try to read his books and you have this big long gap between the last time. So in this one, I'm on chapter 5 of this book. Tomorrow I am actually going to read on my reader chapters 5 all the way to 15, and then let's see here, Friday I'm going to read 15 all the way to 25, and then Saturday is going to be 25 to 35. Yeah, so I'm going to be taking care of a giant chunk of this book this week, because I'm on a so-called vacation. So yeah, so I'm going to be doing that, and I should have this book read by next week. So yeah, so what's going on in this book? Well, a great hunt has been called, and apparently this is a big event because it hasn't been done in a very long time. I hate my hair. And so that is what's going on. That is what is going on. And we're going to see what happens with the characters in this book. I'm going to guess either the characters come back, or we have some new characters. Once again, cannot pronounce anybody's name, but I don't keep that from me from enjoying a good fantasy. So we'll see what happens. We're going to see definitely what happens. All right, so one of the things I do definitely want to state in this series is that when I am done with this book, and if I happen to really like it, I'm not waiting around months and months to read the third book. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to go on to DoorDash, because I'm trying to stay away from Amazon as much as I possibly can. Yeah. So I'm going on to I'm going on to DoorDash and see if the third book is available for me to get, and then I'm going to call up the store and make sure it's there, and then I'm going to order it through DoorDash and have the driver pick up my book and drop it off. I know that I know I'm going to have to pay a $20-some tip. I don't really care, because that's how much money I would actually have to give in, like, pay them to go over there, and then I would have to pay literally the same amount. So I'm saving like $25 overall for the whole thing. So very excited about that. Excited about doing this, getting this book read. And yep, so that is my video. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you guys in a little bit. Bye.